Hello beautifuls, welcome back to my Chanel. So today we're going to be having just a bit of a casual Thursday because something has happened in the beauty guru world that I feel like I have had personal experience with and I kind of need to talk about, which is the weirdest thing that ever happens because quite often I'm not usually involved in any of these situations. I mean, I'm not actually involved in this one either, but it kind of struck a chord with me. Today I was going to post the Elizabeth Bathory Part 2 video, but actually this happened and I just kind of thought I want to share my own experience about this kind of behavior because it is shocking. Absolutely shocking that it happens. So today I'm going to be talking about Trisha Paytas reacting to HairbyJay's awful Instagram live. So I'm not going to show any of the video in this video. I'm just going to show screenshots and talk about my experience and also the experience watching what has unfolded. So HairbyJay was Jeffree Star's wig stylist slash hairdresser. So we're going to remember that and we're going to put a little peg in that because that's something that we need to come back to later. So Trisha Paytas has uploaded this video in where she is watching HairbyJay's live Instagram about his feelings about their friendship and about her as a person. He relentlessly rips into the way she looks and is kind of behaving as a mean girl alongside Jeffree Star as kind of like the butt of their jokes that she's invited to be basically belittled by them both at dinner, at an event, and also as a client. Now, I don't know if you know me very much. I don't know, this might be your first video of mine that you have watched. I am a professional makeup artist that is working in a customer-faced role but has also done lots of freelance work over the last 13 years of my life. I also recently completed a biochemistry degree because I'm going to go into formulation design of cosmetics. This is shocking. This whole video was heartbreaking to see. Now, I am not in any way, shape or form a Trisha stan. I think she has done some problematic things in her past, but none of which seem specifically violent. So during HairbyJay's Instagram live, he was particularly nasty about the idea that Trisha Paytas either has no money or was not going to pay for his services. Now, if you are a working professional in the beauty industry, what is the number one thing you do not do? Insult your clients. You do not talk about your clients' money. You do not talk about them behind their back. You also do not go online to a huge audience, talk about your former boss as if their money was your own and that their reputation was your own because you suddenly felt untouchable, and then also go on to charge and ridicule your client. That is just not something that is done in the beauty industry. That is not something that is done in any industry. Can you imagine if this happened in accounting? Do you think someone in accounting would be like,
"Oh my god, I can't believe they're such a puff. How dare they think that my services aren't acceptable? Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to call them up and call them fat."
Like, that is absolutely unacceptable behavior. Working in the freelance industry, I have come across people in my life that feel like it is okay to talk about clients as if they are insignificant. Now, I don't know where you need this reassurance, whether you're HairbyJay, I don't suppose he will ever watch this video, but you never know, do you? Or somebody else who perhaps has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder when it comes to their work. You need to be exceptionally careful because if all of your clients disappear and you get a bad reputation, your career is over. Finished. Dirt, sis. It's gone. So the first thing that I want to talk about is this kind of air of visceral misogyny that was going on from specifically HairbyJay, but then by extension Jeffree Star. And to be honest, they're probably just both as bad as each other and they feed into this negative feedback loop of like, if one of them's doing something, then the other one gets egged on and they've just become this mean girl group of haters, basically. So watching this video, I have felt like Trisha Paytas in this situation. I have felt slighted by people behind my back and to my face and talked about by them as some sort of like weird blackmail situation. So I used to know someone who I still to this day have a feeling that they're going to try and start something with me, that publicly they're going to try and drag my name through the filth and the mud. Not really a concern. It's just something that I feel that this person would do. We've all felt like Trisha Paytas at some point in our lives in this specific scenario, which is bullied by someone who you thought was a friend. And that is absolutely disgusting behavior, number one. But also, you're a working professional in your industry. Being misogynistic and hateful, who do you think are the biggest consumers of wigs and beauty right now in the world? It absolutely is not male. 100% your biggest clients in the world, if you are a hairdresser or if you are a makeup artist or if you are a skin specialist, I don't know, something. If you do anything to do with beauty, your number one market is going to be women. and it's going to be women with a bit of money who want to spend and look nice on themselves. Why on earth would you alienate that huge portion of your work base by holding these views that, you know, it is acceptable as someone working in beauty to pick on someone because of their weight, to pick on someone because of their skin, to pick on someone because of the way they speak, to pick on someone because of the way they look. All of these things are absolutely unacceptable. Here, if you are someone working in the beauty industry, it is fundamentally, sis, your job to uplift those people that come to you as clients. That's the value you provide in the world. These people will confide obscene things to you, obscenely personal details about their lives to you, because you're going to be in close proximity to them for a while. If you're providing them with that service and then go behind their back and go on your Instagram live and say,
oh my god, this person's absolute trash. They haven't got any money at all. Did you see their skin? Disgusting, girls.
The level of unprofessionalism is absolutely astounding. But not only that, it really goes to show you this video that HairbyJay put as Instagram Live. He was getting worked on by a hairstylist at that same time. And she was put in this awkward position of having to, like, slightly agree. Like, if you watch the dynamic in this video, it is bizarre to see someone working on someone whilst they're going on this tirade on the internet about how they feel. And what they're feeling is actually like visceral hatred towards someone. Granted, this whole situation is coming from beauty people who are already embroiled in drama. Their whole life just seems to be drama from start to finish, which is something of a stereotype in the beauty industry that I absolutely hate, because not everyone is involved in drama, but it does seem to be that the people at the top of this game are, in a weird way, so hateful and insecure about themselves. Like, why would you ever need to invite someone on a trip and then make them feel terrible? I'm in no way a stan of Trisha, as I have said before, but I have been that person that has felt awful because somebody else has made me feel awful in that situation. The one thing that really struck me as shocking about this video is the whole air of violence about it as well. The fact that this man said that he was gonna go to her house and, like, attack her is obscene. This man is meant to be a working professional in the beauty industry. This isn't mafia wars. This isn't you've stepped on my turf and I'm going to
execute your family.
Like, this isn't nothing like that. This is literally all over wigs. And it just kind of really, it shocks me that people can keep those sorts of people in their inner circle and expect it not to, like, come back on them. So Jemima Starship posted this tweet and I was just kind of like, it doesn't make sense. It's not that you are judged on the what's the phrase? It's not that you will always be judged on the company you keep, but the company you keep does speak volumes about your character. If you are constantly around people of a bad reputation, it might also come to be assumed that you also may have a bad reputation. Do you know what I mean? This whole situation is bizarre and heartbreaking for me because it goes to show you that you don't really know who you're dealing with. The level of anger and visceral hatred in this Instagram Live video was, like, shocking and really difficult to watch, from my opinion. I cannot imagine. You would have to get me so... In fact, I don't even think it's personally available in my character to ever go on Instagram Live and ever be this viscerally hateful towards someone. What type of a person do you have to be that your go-to reaction is to be like that? What do you guys think? Do you think that that is really shocking and quite scary? Because to me, that is, like, heartbreaking. It would have costed you absolutely nothing to not make that Instagram Live, to have just kept it quiet and just been like, if you don't like someone, there is absolutely no need to air it out on the internet. I mean, I don't know, am I sounding a bit like a, okay, boomer, let's go, sis, keep it behind closed doors, stiff upper lip and all that chat nonsense? Am I being literally a bit bizarre in the idea of saying that some things just don't need to be aired out on the internet? Do you know what? I can also sympathize in some tiny semblance of having, like, a bad client. I think anyone who's ever worked in a customer-facing role or in the beauty industry in any way, shape or form can admit that at some point in their career they have come across an awful client and you have leant over to your colleague and gone,
oh my god, what was wrong with that person? They were delirious, weren't they? Awful, they were hideous. I hated every second of that interaction.
But there is a difference about going online, representing yourself on your brand page, going onto an Instagram Live, and then ranting about this person in the public domain for everyone to see whilst you're still trying to be a professional. It blows my mind, sis. It blows my mind. Anyway, I just really wanted to get that off of my chest, and I felt like, why not comment on something that's actually contemporary and happening right now? Because I have a tendency to be like, do you know what we'll do? We'll look at some historical beauty scandals from 400 years ago. If I'm still here in 400 years' time, maybe I'll recover this drama. All right, my lovelies, that was a lot, wasn't it? Let me know what you think about this situation in the comments box below, because it has like stirred up a lot of emotions in me, and I don't like seeing someone really almost like violently threatened. Like, this HairbyJay guy has been allegedly seen at Trisha's house stalking her. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot for a couple of weeks, sis. And the thing is also, she was a paying client of his. You just don't behave like this to clients. Now that this is on the internet, his career is destroyed. What sensible, sane person would ever hire someone like that after watching this go live? I can tell you I would absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, no, no. Stay very far away from me. Today's Instagram shout out goes to Eric Crop. Thank you so much for following me over on Instagram, you absolute stunning woman on the go. If you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next video's Instagram shout out, please follow me over on Instagram. It's XXLuxeria. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons you can see on the screen right here, my lovelies. You are keeping me alive and thriving, sis. And a massive hello and welcome to Cindy G and April Menzies. And once again, a massive shout out and a huge thank you to my top tier Patreons and channel members, Steffutech, Caitlin Wright, Erin Conkle, Magusta Lagoose, and Morriganey Wolf. That was a lot, wasn't it, my loves? I just felt like I had to speak on it. I had to speak on it because I hate seeing it. I hate to see it. We hate to see it. Absolutely disgusting. We hate to see it. And with that, my lovelies, I will see you in my next video.